Hey Anonymai, welcome to a very fun video. The last time I did one of these, it was very popular. I think it may be my most watched or second watched video, so I thought I would do another one. What I have here this time is my new oldest roll. This is a 1937 Philadelphia, and it's supposed to be uncirculated. I saw some pictures. They weren't perfect pictures, but they looked pretty much red, and so I'm going to grade it out. The thing with 1937 is that for the 30s, it's a very common year, and there are not a lot of major cherry picker guide type varieties. So what we are looking for is just a nice quality roll. And let's crack it open. I'm going to do this out of sight. Up here I have a line for 68s. I don't expect to have any 68s, so I'm going to dump my coins out. Well, I'll give you a little peek. Do it over here. So as you can see, they look pretty red. And I'll just start from the bottom. Give you a look. So that's a nice coin. It's a great way to start. Pretty clear fields. A little bit of haze in the wrong light, but in the right light it looks great. Soft wheel mark on the reverse. Great luster. Probably give that a 60, 65. We'll do a few of these, and then I will come back and tell you if there's anything notable or amazing about the roll. As you can see, that's very nice. A little bit of chatter on his cheek. A little bit of a scrape over Liberty. A very nice reverse, extremely nice reverse. There's a spot on the forehead. I'm going to go with 65 again. We'll do one more here, maybe two more. Let's grab one. A little bit of a swoosh there. That would be probably from somebody's fingerprint many decades ago. We have a hit along the hair into the forehead. A little bit of spotting, but good cartwheel luster. I might drop this one to a 64. This one's pretty nice. A little bit of a bloop there over the 3 in the field. A spot over here under Liberty. A little bit of a wheel mark there going across 1 in a couple of spots. It's a pretty nice coin. I'll say 65. All right, I will go through the rest of this roll and grade it out to the best of my ability and let you guys know if we have anything. Really, 66 or better is pretty fun and noticeable. There's really not any money coins to get to 67. But even then, as cool as this roll is, it's probably not something we would break apart. It's cooler as an original roll. So I'll hit the pause button and let you guys know how it goes. All right, there was some good stuff in that roll. There was nothing unusual going on as far as errors or something I like to look for are the woodies. Sometimes they're called woodies, but they're improperly mixed alloys. There were a little bit of anomaly going on over here with these red-brown. This column over here is everything that would hit red-brown, and over here are things that would hit red if I were to send them into grading. The roll did have one proper end coin, and that is the end coin from the roll, and you can see that was out-facing, and then this was in-facing. And so on a good original roll that hasn't been tampered with, you would expect to find 2 of those and everything else to be more or less consistent in color. I would say this is a slightly inconsistent roll. I only found 1 ender, and I found 6 of these off-color coins. I will give whoever did this, I will give them credit. They did not slide in junk coins. As you can see, this is really a stunning coin. I would give it a 66 red-brown. You know, maybe it's a 65, maybe I'm being over grading. It doesn't really matter. It's not going to go in for grading. But they just weren't red enough to get called red. But they really were stunning. So this is not a crappy roll, but I do suspect it's been cherry picked. I didn't find any of what I thought were 67s, so that could be what happened. The bell curve here indicates that maybe there was a shot at 67. Typically I see a curve kind of like this, and there's one or two 67s on top. So it could have been a cherry pick, but let's go ahead and just look at a few of the different coins as graded. The 64s are the rougher coins in the batch. You can see there's some chatter out in the fields. On this particular one, I don't think there's a lot of spotting, but a lot of these down here in the 64 column, yeah, there's a big spot on the right wheat stem, a big swoosh above the 1. The coin is in generally good condition, especially being a 1937 cent, and it is red, but it's just got something going on that makes it not a great gem. This one was actually pretty nice. There's a spot in front of Lincoln, but there is a decent large carbon spot over here. It's very distracting. And then on the reverse, it's quite nice. So with these 64s, that was kind of the bottom of the barrel for this roll, which is quite good. I think a 64 would be considered an average coin, so I would put this roll above average. Moving on to the 65s, we'll look at a couple of these. This one's got a print in the wrong light, and in the right light you don't really notice. The fields are very clean. The fields are 66 good, but that print is holding it back. And the reverse is quite stunning, but for that one spot under the letter N in United. Look at another one here from the 65 row. It's just beautiful. A little bit of off color right on his cheekbone. The fields are snappy and beautiful. The reverse has a spot down there at the bottom, and it's otherwise quite problem free. Just a little bit of chatter out in the fields from contact. Maybe we'll look at one more. 65. This one's good. This is a good average coin. So it has one spot under the B, really average amount of chatter in the field for what I would call a 65 coin. Nothing terribly distracting, but just enough there to where it doesn't have that perfection look. Right here on the reverse, the luster is kind of what holds this back. We've got sort of a mix of frosty and reflective. So there's nothing really wrong with it. It's just not what you want when you're looking for that perfect type of luster. There were a few 65 pluses, and rather than dig through them and show them to you, I will say these are coins that should have hit 66, but there was just something in the way stopping it. A small spot, kind of a misplaced chatter, something like that. But we'll move on to the nicer coins here. So this one was a beauty. It's a 66. There's really no distracting chatter except for right above the R in the field. You can see there's a couple of little nicks there. It has very nice color. And then on the reverse, it's equally nice. A couple of misplaced spots, but they're very subtle and almost no chatter. So I gave that a 66. I wonder if I can zoom a little more for you here while we're looking at the finer coins. You're going to see all the imperfections now that I've zoomed. The other view was more like what you would see with the naked eye. There's very little here that's wrong. There's a nick in the field above the I in Liberty, and there are some very subtle contact marks on Lincoln's face that you don't really see with the eye. It's just now that I'm zoomed. In fact, I think I might go back to 1 because it's really deceptive when you see it up this close. We have one little speck out there on the left wheat ear that is noticeable, and a few scatterings of smaller specks, but really great luster, very little contact marks, and good color. Yeah, I really like this one. Great, wholesome color. No serious distractions at all. One field nick above the T in Liberty. The reverse, quite nice. Great luster. Little bit of something going on there with the fingerprint or something between the O and the C and 1 cent. And then one distracting scrape in the field down below in the main open area. We'll just do one more here. Gorgeous coin, just beautiful. About the only thing that's off is coloring here in the left part of the field. Beautiful coin. And then a couple of very soft spots. They're not black, they're not carbon, they're just off color spots from something. Who knows what? It's been 80 something years. But truly a beautiful coin. So anyway, that's what I wanted to share with you. That is what an original roll of, not almost original roll of 1937 cents would look like. You can collect Lincoln cent rolls on back into about the middle 30s. Once you get before 1934, 35, you're talking about Depression era coins with the lowest mintages, and those coins just didn't get saved in roll format. Those were hard times. Those coins got used, and even if there were rolls, people have broken them apart because they carry a lot of value as BU coins. But once you get out back into the middle 30s, that's kind of the end of the line for the roll collector. So I'm getting closer and closer to that line, but I thought you guys might enjoy this roll of 1937. It's a very strong addition to the roll collection, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Go out there. If you want to get your roll collection started, start in the 1960s. You can get them for absolutely cheap, and just start going backwards. So there's more than one way to coin collect. Do whatever you think's fun. I'll see you guys in the next video. If you don't mind hitting that subscribe button and leaving a comment down below, that'd be awesome. Hit that like button, and I will see you in the next video. Happy hunting.